relationships is the most important thing you can have in this life. More than anything, just having connections. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even going to go into all the intricate details, what went down in North Carolina, but if I didn't have no sort of connections and relationships with this brother right here, we won't be here right now, doing what we do. Now, he know the situation, right? Because we talk behind the scenes. But now, if I didn't know this man, then this whole situation right now wouldn't even be possible. You see what I'm saying? So relationships, exactly. The people you know is what's going to make situations better. This is why when you're online and you're interacting with people, you got to know how to move a certain way and understand that you never know who you're talking to.
Got a few people in his live chat saying, Nubreed, can y'all just both apologize to each other? Like, I don't know why people keep using that word apology. Like, me and Nubreed are not friends, never will be. I just wanted y'all to see the demon. This is something that I wanted you to see. That's all. I just wanted y'all to see that I'm not, when I say these things, I'm not making this stuff up. When y'all kept thinking that Nubreed moved on and that he's not this and he's a good guy. No, he's not. I'm trying to show you. He revealed himself again. He crashed out again, y'all. Ringworm, the spiritual parasite. Oh, ringworm, the spiritual parasite, who wants to cannibalize the flesh of his own brothers. All he know how to do is tear down. I've been on YouTube since 2006 exposing. When you gonna build something up? You ain't no brother. You ain't no friend. You an ungrateful witch. You a hypocrite.
What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So I just wanted to start off with those quick videos as a recap, just in case there's anyone who was not aware that Ringo and Nubreed recently fell out, pretty much over miscommunication and money and a few other things. When Ringo asked Nubreed to help him move from New York to North Carolina. And this video is going to be more so focused on certain things that took place after the moving situation. I mean, I'm not going to get into all the details of who was right and who was wrong. I think most of us can agree that they both could have did things better, and I'm sure if they can go back, they would definitely do certain things differently. And this situation is very unfortunate because it's been very embarrassing for both of them. There's been personal information that's been leaking out on both sides, and there's been a lot of drama. And even to this day, as I'm recording this video, they're still taking subliminal shots back and forth. So there's definitely been a lot going on between them. And I just want to make it clear, I'm not on either of their side. I'm on the side of the Most High and of the Messiah and of the truth. And some of you may or may not have seen it, but I made a video some months back about both of them because I feel like the Lord put it in my heart to do it because they were saying and doing certain things that was not lining up with the word. And the video was really out of love. It's just that some people don't understand that, you know, telling people the truth is one of the purest forms of love. So of course, some of their subscribers had a lot to say, and that just comes with it. But a lot of people understood what I was talking about, and they respected the video. I'm not the only one who has done videos on this topic, of course. I respect everyone else who has talked about it. But you know, at that time, definitely people like me would be considered as overly religious and haters and different types of lies and slander to try to deflect from the truth. And I'm gonna make it clear as well, they both have done certain things that were good over the years, and you know, they both been on YouTube for a long time. But this particular situation is definitely a shame, and especially for both of them being in their 40s, you would expect the situation to be handled better than it has been. And again, it's very unfortunate, and most of us already know this is one of the biggest problems we have amongst our people, especially with so-called black men. But you know, a lot of lack of communication or miscommunication, misunderstandings, which often lead to disrespect, which unfortunately can often lead to a lot of our young men and older men going to prison or going to the grave. And even in this particular situation, there is the potential for violence, which we'll talk about a little later in this video. But you know, we pray it would not ever come to that. I don't think it would ever come to that, but there are certain words that have been said that should not have been said. So in this video, we're going to go over 5 things that could potentially ruin any friendship or any marriage or any relationship for that matter. And I just want to give a quick warning that viewer discretion is advised, because there are certain things that are said throughout the course of this video that can be offensive to certain people. And even though this particular video is about Ringo and Nubreed, I believe this is something that we can all learn from, because of course we all have certain weaknesses and certain things that we're struggling with, because we're in the flesh and none of us are perfect. Only the Messiah was perfect. So we all have certain things we have to work on, including me, of course. So I don't want to just make it like they're the worst two men on the earth. I mean, we all have struggles in life. But this definitely does need to be addressed, because this was a public situation that everyone was able to see. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the spirit of anger.
If I said it, I meant it. You ain't having no sons. Cause you a bitch. Like I said the first time. You don't deserve to have no boys, cause you a woman at home. Jezebel. Wow, ungrateful witch. Well, you know you ain't having no sons. That's what everything. It's the wrath of Yah on you.
That's the wrath of Yah on you, is what he said. Now, ladies, to all the sisters that are in the building, to all the beautiful black women out there, Nubreed believe me having 4 daughters is the wrath of God. This is what he's saying. So what is he saying about black women? If he's having 4 daughters is the wrath of Yah, then he don't have no love for the black woman. Last time I checked, having daughters is a blessing. A great blessing. It's a great task for a man to raise daughters. So how could the bloodline end with me? So he wants the bloodline to end. That's a demon, y'all. That's a spirit. Satan is speaking through him. That means I'm gonna have sons. Listen, when the devil tell you you're never gonna have sons, you are gonna have sons.
And I ain't disrespecting your daughters. I ain't disrespecting your wife or your daughters. I'm disrespecting you.
No, sir. See, this is how you know he's delusional. He said, I'm not disrespecting your daughters. I'm not disrespecting your wife. That's exactly what you did. To all the ladies in the house, all the ladies in the building, to all the black women that are in the building, is Nubreed disrespecting my wife and my daughters? Put a 1 in the chat. Because for some reason, he don't think that that's disrespect. It is. Because if you're going to say you're never going to have sons and how the wrath of God is on you, that's why you don't have sons, that means having daughters is a curse. Which means not only are your daughters cursed, but your wife is cursed. Now the black woman is going to look at you some type of way. You should have never said that. They're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that, fam, because a lot of these women have daughters, and they don't want to hear that. He's basically saying that all of you black women are a curse from God. That's what Nubreed is saying. When my wife heard that, she was very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Alright, so he definitely said some terrible things about Ringo. I do not agree with the things he was saying, and I think it was completely out of line and uncalled for. And I don't think a brother should ever be talking about another brother like that. And, you know, it's no secret that the root of a lot of things that he was saying is the spirit of anger. And I did happen to see that deleted video that he did on August 3rd, where he was saying a whole bunch of stuff, you know, calling Ringo out of his name and just completely going off. And I didn't get a chance to record it or catch it live. I caught it right before he took it down. But it's no secret that a lot of things he said in that video was pretty much rooted in anger. And even from the look in his eyes at the gas station, I'm not gonna speculate too much on what his state of mind was, but he definitely was looking and sounding in a way that I've never heard him look or sound. And out of anger, he talked about Ringo not having sons, which is what we just heard. And he also said that Ringo can't get more than one wife, which I don't teach on polygyny or polygamy, whichever way you want to call it, but we know that Ringo has been with his wife for many years, which is a blessing. And she's a so-called black woman. I'm a strong supporter and believer that our men should be with so-called black women. So, I mean, I just don't really understand why he said that, because, I mean, I have one wife. A lot of brothers have one wife. It's a blessing. It's not a bad thing. So that was very confusing to me. And he also implied the man was buying views and implied that he was possibly living an alternative lifestyle. Now, he didn't come out and say those things directly, but he implied those things. And I only heard the video once, and it was on August 3rd, so I'm not saying I remember every single thing and that I have every single detail correct, but for the most part, I believe those things are accurate. And if I am wrong by anything, he can put the original unedited video out. Like I said, it was August 3rd, and it was about 45 minutes. And I originally thought that Ringo had already seen the video and had it downloaded, but then I came to find out that he's never even seen it. But he already knows most of his information because some of his subscribers seen it and they told him certain things that Nubreed was saying. And like I said, I haven't really ever seen Nubreed carry himself in that manner before, so hopefully he can stay away from that type of energy. But this next clip is where I believe Ringo may have lost his cool a little bit and let anger get the best of him. And in this video, he's reacting to a video that Nubreed did talking about another YouTuber named Mark the Messenger. And from my understanding, they both have an issue with Mark the Messenger now, but I don't even know enough details to even speak on that, so I'm gonna just play the clip.
To respect you, you had to fight. Front yard, backyard, you had to brawl with him. And, you know, then you respect him. I mean, now mind you, these men were cut from a different cloth back then. They were cut from a cloth that men today are not really cut from. And to me, it's very frustrating that we can't square up, beat the shit out of each other, have a couple beers, and get it out the way.
I don't know what Nubreed is talking about. See, grown men in today's day, right? We don't talk like that. Because when you talk like that, it sends the wrong message. Because it's almost like a threat. It's almost like you want somebody to be afraid of you. Grown men don't fight. They have Second Amendments. And the way grown men work is, if you come on their property, it's gonna be a problem. So when I looked at this video from Nubreed, I'm listening to this cat and I'm like, bro, do you not realize what you're doing? Do you not realize what kind of spirits you entertaining? And you sending out this video to Mark the Messenger because you salty, because he didn't side with you in the situation with Ringo TV. We're gonna cover that a little later. I wanna cover this one in a separate video because I'm trying to figure out why would you say that and not think that you're not gonna get a response. Because the audience needs to know the origin of where your anger issues come from. See, when you was in that car disrespecting my daughters, that anger came from your pops, bro. That's where it came from. The same anger issues that you're dealing with, the same demon issues you're dealing with, that's where it came from. And the reason why I know this is because you mentioned this as a form of this is how you earn respect. In other words, the only way your pops was able to respect a man is if he fought the man and they bled. So for you to bring that up, that's what you want to do. But I want you to understand, men don't do that no more. Men don't go in the backyard to fight no more. We don't do that no more. 2024. So you got to be careful with the things you say over these streets, because men will get the wrong impression and think that you're trying to threaten a brother, or like somebody supposed to be scared of you or something, or like we got to watch our back. Bro, if you want to fight somebody, you already know where they live. You already know where they live. Now, I don't know if you know where Mark the Messenger live, but you know where I live. Don't play those games, bro. Like, real talk. All that chit-chat talk stuff, don't hide behind those type of words, because this is real life, and there's real consequences for the things you say.
Okay, so I do think that Ringo took it too far with certain things that he was saying in that clip. And I haven't been able to examine that full video that he was showing, because if I'm not mistaken, that's another video that Nubreed deleted. But I mean, they're both at fault here because they're both entertaining violence. And I remember that first video that Nubreed deleted, somebody in his chat room asked him something about what would happen in a physical confrontation between him and Ringo. And he pretty much made it clear that he believes, he would take care of it. Now, he didn't say anything about using a weapon or anything like that, but the point is, these guys are both entertaining violence, and Ringo took it to the next level, basically provoking him, because he does know where you live at. And this is an issue that could really take place, God forbid. I don't ever think it would get there. But when you have anger and pride and ego, anything could take place. And, we all know that in the so-called black community, things like this take place all the time, unfortunately. So, and like I said earlier, I do not think that this type of thing will happen between these two men. But we can't ever underestimate the spirit of anger. That's why it's pretty much just best to hold our tongue and stay away from certain words that put out certain energy, because you don't want somebody to try to come test you because of something that you said. I just hope that those type of words are done away with between those two, because that's playing a very dangerous game. I'm gonna make it clear, I am a supporter of people legally and responsibly owning firearms. But again, we have to be careful with our words, because we all know words have power. But we're gonna go to the second one, which is the spirit of lust.
So DC, what we on right now? We dealing with a warlock and a hypocrite. You want to act like you a man of Yah? Like you about polygyny? You want to act like you righteous? But when you was in that girl's chat, 2 years ago, the girl, what is her name? Charisma? And I'm just hearing this for the first time, went back and listened. And old Ringo was talking about, I ain't with keeping no Sabbath. I don't like when people say shalom to me. He afraid of all this voice memos coming out. He wanted some coochie so bad. He was in her inbox like, I know you a Pisces. Pisces think like this and Pisces think like that. So I know you under. So now you under horoscopes, nigga. Nigga, you a witch. You're not even a warlock. You're not even a wizard. You's a witch. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. DC, what we on? I'm from New York City. DC, what we on? Or if it's up then. What's good? However you want to do it. Damn sucker. So let me get this right. You a man of the Most High, right? So you didn't sit right there. You ain't sit right there on that U-Haul truck while we was kicking and chilling, talking about your old job and all the women you smashed. Where these women at? They not your wives? Ooh. When you was talking about, it's a chick that work at the job, she make your dick disappear. You don't remember saying that? Ooh, I was smashing this one and smashing that one. Telling me all your damn horror stories. You a whore. You a male whore. You a Mitch. Here it is as a man, looking at this man who talk about whoremonger males. I'm sitting here like, he like, I can't wait to, I wish I could go back to the job. I wish I could go back to the job. telling me all your damn old creepy ass sexcapades. Here I am, a man like, I'm trying to get over that kind of stuff. I done turned from that, and I don't want to be involved in that kind of activity. And this Negro, he over there, look, some people walking by in the neighborhood. This man go, hey, yo, Shorty still work? Shorty still work with the company? Your clown ass about to move, and you still asking about females that work at your old job. You old horny, dusty ass nigga. Get the hell out of here. You a whoremonger, and I'm thinking you righteous. Man, stop playing with me. What we on? Nasty nigga. Where them women at? Are they your wives? No.
Bro, what are you doing? Yo, you know what's so sad about this, fam? You know what's so sad about this, bro? Watch this, watch this. This man literally said to his audience, yo, Ringo was telling me all this stuff, and you know, I'm trying to overcome all of these things, and here he is talking about his past escapades. Bro, stop. You out here getting women pregnant left and right. What are you talking about? Nubreed. Remember that chocolate sister that walked in the building? You remember her? What did you have to say? This is what I'm saying, fam. Yo, I can't believe this man literally got online to tell his audience that I was talking about past women I probably banged, or what woman. Bro, that's called man talk. Men don't do that. I talk about these things on my channel all the time. I'm always going in talking about these things. About, yeah, there was a sister man at the job, bro. She'll make your rod disappear. Fam, I talk about this on my channel all the time. My viewers are aware of this. What do you think you're doing? Revealing a secret? Yo, this is funny, man. That sister that walked in my building on the second floor, what was your words, bro? What was your words to that chocolate sister that walked in the building? Remember her? Nubreed? Remember those words you said? You forgot? You got amnesia? Remember that fine chocolate sister that walked in the building? You remember that? It was late. You remember her? Yeah, you remember her, right? Remember what you saying? It's funny to me how he forgets. But your woman didn't know what you said. Did you tell her? Oh, she was upstairs. I forgot. She was upstairs, guys. Figure out what's going on, man. See, I don't have to go into what was said, because that's man talk. I'm just trying to refresh his memory. But Nubreed, remember the chocolate sister Nubreed? Remember that fine tenderoni that came in the building? She came out of the cab, remember? And she walked in the building? Yeah. What did you say about her? Remember when I brought her up? What did you say? I'm telling you, bro. This is sad, man. I'm trying to figure out, what are you trying to do? Expose me or something? That's your best? Well, I'm gonna expose Ringo. You know, when we was packing the truck, he was talking about, he asked one of the workers, is a woman here named such and such and such? I mean, what kind of man does that? You know, he was all thirsty asking about a woman. You damn right I'm asking about that sister. She had a wagon on her, bro. Shoot. If she was there, I'll pack her up in the truck and take her with me to North Carolina. You should have seen the wagon on that sister. So I gotta find her, bro. That's why I was asking the worker about that sister. I don't want to put her name out there to put her on blast, but my goodness, man, she had a wagon, bro.
Alright, so I don't agree with a lot of things that Ringo said in that particular clip, but I'm gonna be careful with my words because I don't know the time period of when all these things took place, so I don't want to accuse the man of something that may not be true. But even if it was before he met his wife, this is still considered fornication. And there are many different ways that someone can fornicate, but one of them is basically to be sleeping around. And you know, the spirit of lust definitely can ruin friendships. I mean, I understand what Nubreed was saying right there when, you know, he said Ringo kept talking about certain things in the past and things that you don't want to hear about if you're really trying to get away from that type of stuff when you've moved on or you change your life. You don't want to continue to hear about sin and things that will remind you of what you used to do. And we all know that lust is a very, very strong spirit, and it's something that we pretty much all struggle with at some point in our lives. I mean, I know through my teenage years, definitely through early 20s, it was a major problem in my life. And you know, only the Most High in Christ can deliver us from these type of things. But I want to make it clear, it's not a problem if somebody is talking to you and they're like trying to overcome the spirit of lust or overcome a certain issue that they're dealing with in their life. But I'm talking about when people are trying to remind you of your own past, or if they're talking about things that they're currently doing that God has already delivered you from. You don't want to continue to entertain those type of things because it could possibly eventually lead you back down that road if you're not careful. And as far as Ringo still asking about certain women and saying he would bring a certain woman to North Carolina with him, I don't agree with that, and I think that it still shows signs that he is dealing with lust. And we have to be very careful with these type of spirits because, you know, the spirit of lust can completely take over someone's life. That's why it's important that we fast and pray and do the best we can to seek the Most High and the Messiah, and we don't entertain certain thoughts and definitely certain conversations. Now sometimes, you know, thoughts pop into your head, you just have to do your best to switch whatever thought the enemy's trying to send your way. But you definitely don't want to be sitting there meditating on it and having conversations about it because the flesh is weak, and if you continue to entertain those type of things, you can easily find your way back into doing things that you shouldn't be doing. But we're going to go to number 3, which is the spirit of unforgiveness.
I tried my best to keep the peace, but y'all don't want no peace. Y'all want smoke. So smoke it is what you get. Smoke is what you get. It'll never be reconciliation. It'll never be no friends. All y'all in the Israelite community is hypocrites. And I don't rock with none of y'all. Am I saying I don't rock with Israelites? No, but I don't rock with y'all in this damn internet space. Not at all. And I advise all y'all to keep my name out your mouth. So I'm not even playing no more. And she was this man that gave me a nickname, Nubreed, because I thought I probably should have got paid for a move, a state-to-state move, a tri-state move. I'm coming from Atlanta to New York, all the way to North Carolina. And I'm greedy because I had a misunderstanding that I thought I would get paid. It is what it is. 50 voice memos is insane. Ringo never had love. I watched one of his videos and he was ice cold. You blessed him with that multi-state move. Right. Because if he had people in his circle, he would have asked them to help him move. But you asked me to help you move. You know why? Because you're a shitty person, bro. You don't have nobody in your circle because you're not a good man, dog. You fell out with your real brother over money. For Hold on, let me get this right. I'm Nubreed, but you fell out with your real brother, your blood brother, for years because he owed you money.
Nubreed is a horrible man. A very, very wicked man. And no one should be listening to him. When you play with kids and you talk evil about kids and you wish death and evil there is no forgiveness for you. Like, there is nothing you can do, Nubreed, if you're listening. There is nothing you can do to repair your image. There is nothing you can say to me as a man that I would ever accept. No apologies. There is nothing you can do as a man. Once you cross that kind of line and you say those manner of things, you are satanic. And there is nothing you can do to repair that. Do you understand that?
Alright, so we both just heard what those men had to say. And it's definitely unfortunate because it still appears as though they're not willing to forgive each other at this point. And certain things that happen in life are definitely easier said than done. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for these two men to forgive each other, but it is required according to the Bible. And last time I checked, both of these men claim to be men of the Most High and of Christ. So you can't get around the part that we have to forgive our brothers and sisters. And both of these men are biblical Israelites. And from my understanding, they're both from the tribe of Judah. So I'm going to read these verses really quick. This is Matthew chapter 6, verses 14 through 15. And it goes, "For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." Yeah, so we know the Bible is always accurate. And I'm sure most of us can agree that these type of situations are not always easy. But it's very clear that it's what the Most High and Christ require of us. And the truth is, if you don't forgive someone, it's typically going to affect you more than it affects them. So that's just something to always keep in mind. But we're going to go to number 4, which is the spirit of pride.
There's a situation going on with Ringo TV reactions, and it's a very unfortunate situation. I'm not proud of any of it that's taking place. I believe it's detrimental to the community as a whole. And I want to say on my behalf that I do feel as if there was a miscommunication. That I misunderstood. Basically, I misunderstood something that was said. And I take full onus for that. Because I was under the impression that a business, some finances was going my direction for a service that I provided for the brother. But as I went back and did as the scripture said, and I reevaluate, and I listened to all the voice memos, come to find out, he didn't say what I thought he said. He said something very close, but I misconstrued what the man said, and it caused a misunderstanding. And what I will also say is I do apologize for that, because I feel like that caused a lot of confusion.
Alright, so I wanted to use that clip because it's very clear that all this took place over a misunderstanding, and it has led to disrespect and so much drama and so much problems for these two men, which are affecting other people, because again, this is a thing that is publicly taking place. And this whole situation has been very unfortunate, and in my belief, there's a lot of pride, ego, and arrogancy on both sides. And they both said and done certain things to embarrass each other, and they both exposed each other in certain ways because they brought out information on each other that I didn't even realize up until this point. And I understand that Nubreed did try to apologize a while back, and it seems as though he was trying to take a different route, but all of that really does not matter at this point, and it honestly seems disingenuous because he has said so many things after the apologies, and he's doubled down and tripled down on the things that he said. So it's just overall not a good look for both of them. It's really, again, embarrassing. It's unfortunate, and it's really a shame overall that this has happened. And I'm not saying I expect these men to be best friends and to be hanging out. I don't think any of us realistically are expecting that at this point, but like I stated, they're gonna have to forgive each other, because at this point they have both let their pride get in the way of things. But we're gonna go to the 5th thing, which is to always remember to put the Most High in Christ first. So I'm gonna play a few clips to support the belief that I have that these are some of the things that have gotten these men into the situation that they're in today.
And I'm coming forward today saying I no longer am involved in the Israelite community. Yes, you heard it very clearly. Now, what you need to understand is, yes, I am a biblical Israelite. I believe in the Bible. I believe in the content thereof. But let's make this very clear as well. That's my personal beliefs. I'm on a new level right now. And this level is beyond my personal beliefs. You understand what I'm saying? My personal beliefs doesn't matter in this situation. Because we're building a community that has nothing to do with, a religious belief, personal beliefs, none of that. And I'm going to have to show you all over again what this initiative is about.
Hey, listen, real business is getting done. You already know what time it is. And that's what it's about. A lot of y'all online, and, y'all got a lot of negative energy, a lot of things to say. But are y'all actually waking up, getting the work done, making moves, and making things possible? Right, real talk. And that's the problem. Everybody's doing a lot of talking, but they ain't making no moves. One person left a comment, right? I took a screenshot of it and I put them on the block list. Person came in and was like, "You're lazy. All you do is stay in your studio." Don't even know that moves is being made. But the thing is, while he's saying all of that, he's not making no moves. Exactly. And this is how social media is. Social media makes you have this ability to talk, but you're not really putting no action out there. It takes a lot to step out and do the work, or even make moves and meet. So hey, we're gonna come back with another video, man. You know what I'm saying? This is part 1. Let's do it. You know what I mean? We're taking care of business, man. It is what it is, man. While y'all online, making these videos, talking in the comments, oh, Nubreed this, Ringo ain't that. Man, all you gotta do is just look at the results. We out here. So I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace. Peace.
Okay, so we can clearly see there's been a lot of hypocrisy going on between these two. And as far as the land goes, like I stated in the first video, it doesn't matter if it becomes a multi-million-dollar land. If you don't put the Most High and the Messiah first, the land still failed. So I mean, you can't call yourself a man of the Most High and then start something and then try to remove the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High from it and think that you're not going to have major issues. Because that's not how things work, and it's just very unfortunate because there's no secret that Ringo's been on YouTube since 2006, and I believe Nubreed's been on there since 2009, and they pretty much built their channels on teaching the Bible and telling all people that we're Israelites and different things of that nature. But it just seemed like when the opportunity came for money and land, they were willing to just throw away what they believed in. I mean, at least that's what it looked like to me. But we know as of now that Ringo has pretty much disassociated himself from the land. So I pray that the Most High has opened up his eyes and showed him certain things. And if it's the Lord's will, I pray that the Most High and Christ open up Nubreed's eyes as well. And he sees certain things that are not right. Now, of course, there's not anything necessarily wrong with having land and building land and being around righteous people. But when you remove the Most High and Christ and the law, statutes, and commandments from something, you're going to run into major problems. And like I said, no matter what happens in that situation, it's going to fail. But anyway, I think both of these men were very hurt by this situation. And, hopefully they can move past it. And like I said, forgive each other and just live the rest of their lives. And there were some things throughout the course of this video that could be considered as speculation or my personal opinion, but there were definitely some things that were facts. But I'm going to read these verses really quick. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 7. And it goes, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil." So yeah, those particular verses could definitely help all of us throughout our everyday lives. But I'm going to pretty much wrap it up. Much love and respect to everyone who watched the video. I really appreciate it. And at the end of the day, the Lord is always in control, and he will always have the final word. I'm out. Peace.